Counting data within groups with group by. We've seen some aggregate functions such as count that count all the data in a table. But what if we didn't want to see all data in the table? What if we wanted to see the number of rows for each different last name values? Or the number of rows for each different order credit value? This would mean showing each different last name value and the count of rows next to it. How do we do that in SQL? We use a keyword called group by. The group by keyword lets you create groups in your result instead of showing a single aggregated row or every row in the table. We start by selecting the column that we want to see, such as last name. Then we add in our aggregate function, such as count. Then we have the from clause with our table. At the end, we add group by. Then the column that we want to group by, which is last name. So for each different record or each different value of last name, we're going to show the count value. Now let's run the query. We can see our results here. We have all of the different values of last name, the unique values shown in the first column. In the second column, we have count, which shows the number of records in the table with each particular last name. We can see there are 2 records with Brown and 2 with Smith, and 1 for every other value. This is helpful to see duplicate values in your table. One thing to remember is that every non-aggregate column in the select clause must be in the group by clause. This means because we selected last name here in the select clause, it must go in the group by clause. If we remove it from the group by, like this, run the query, we'll get an error. What about the count of the order credit rows? We can view the different order credit values and the count of each of those values in the same way. We can see that there are 2 results that have an order credit of 50. Grouping data is a very useful concept in SQL and one that you'll likely use a lot.